Hello, budgeting fam. Welcome back to Stick to the Budget. We are here to do our March paycheck number 2 budget. Budget with me. I'm sitting where I usually sit. I was trying to get a natural light situation popping off. It's not popping off. So we're gonna go with the ring light and hope there's not too much glare and that you guys can see everything. So let us get started, and then I will probably do my cash stuffing for my sinking funds in a separate envelope in a second video. So for paycheck number 2, we are going to be budgeting $27.37.84. As I think I've mentioned before, this is not our actual income. It's a little bit less because we do account for, we remove some stuff that we just don't want to share on YouTube. So this is what we're going to be working with for everything that's listed here. This is the majority of our bills over the next couple weeks. We actually, for whatever reason, didn't have a whole lot of bills, which I'm not mad about. So let me start off by listing out these things. So we are going to start with bills. I do not cash stuff for bills. This money is going to stay within our accounts, and then we'll just pay them out of our accounts. I'm also going to apologize in advance for any cartoon noise, because Asher is literally underneath this desk. And so he's pretty close to where I am, and he's playing with a toy, he's playing with his tablet, and if he makes noise, I do apologize for that distraction. All right, so cell phone, which is just my cell phone, is $110. It's a little under $110, but that's usually what I budget out for it. Car payment is going to be $438.47. Spectrum, which is our internet, is going to be, oh, I already kind of see a problem with my budget. That's all right, we're gonna work it out. All right, so that's gonna be it's $100, but we'll make it $99.99. Electric is going to be $54.79. What is it, buddy? You want more apples?
Yeah.
Buddy, you can't. Y'all, anybody else got a picky eater? Because Asher is extremely picky, and he only eats apples, bananas, bacon, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, maybe pizza. Like, it's the worst. All right, let me get him together with this apple. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I had to take the stem off of the apple because heaven forbid. All right, so gas, you know what? I don't even know why I put this here. So gas, we're actually not going to pay out of this paycheck. Gas is due on the 1st, and since March is our, I guess, technically our magic month, so we get paid 3 times in March, so I'm going to save the gas bill, like for our apartment, for that paycheck. So we'll just take that off of here. Okay, and then for cash envelopes, actually, let's add these up real quick so we can see what we're working with. So 122.07, 110. Oh, you know what? You guys may or may not be able to see this. All right, 110, 438. So off camera, I do like a kind of a budget template, and then I fill it in on here. But what I budgeted off camera doesn't include some things. So we're going to be actually doing this kind of on the fly. So that's okay. So I'll be budgeting, looks like a little bit in real time. All right, so the total for bills out of this paycheck is $825.32. So if we take the $27.37, and if I remember, I will try to post a link to this budget sheet that I'm using. I actually bought this for like $1 on Etsy from somebody, and I've actually, prior to using my Elevated Life Co. workbook duo, I was just using these sheets, and I'll let you kind of see them. And I really like them. The only thing that I don't like now is that the sinking funds section is a little small. So that's where I really like to use the Elevated Life Co. workbook, because this was fine for a minute, but now that I'm starting to add more sinking funds to my binders, this is not enough. So it is for today. I made it work, and you'll see. But yeah, I don't know that that's going to be. It's definitely a good sheet to start with, and for $1 you couldn't beat it. Like, it came with like 10 different colors, and I think like an expense tracker and some other things. So for $1, cannot beat it with a bat. Okay. All right, so then I usually from here will go down to my cash envelopes. There are set numbers that I typically have for our cash envelopes, but I'm gonna have to come back because usually between spending and household, I usually figure those numbers out based on when I've done my sinking funds and savings, and then I'll come back and like reallot the cash envelope. So actually, we'll come back to this last. Let's go ahead and do our sinking funds and savings. So sinking fund envelopes for vacay. We're going to do, and I'm sorry if you can't see a lot of this because I am left-handed. I'm probably covering up some of the page. I do apologize. Birthday is going to get 10. Date night is going to get 20. Self-care is 20. I mentioned in my last video that I'm saving for a facial for self-care. Car maintenance is going to get 10. PlayStation Plus is going to get 10. This is also going into my new subscriptions envelope. And then gifts, which is also a new envelope, is going to get $10. So let's add those guys up. 5, 10. All right, so that's 105 for sinking funds. And if you are new to my videos and my channel, I'm currently involved in the NACA home buying program, and so that's why my sinking funds is pretty low. Where I'm not putting that much into my sinking funds because I can't take that much out in cash without having to write a letter explanation to the underwriters for the NACA loan, and I don't feel like it, so I'm not taking that much out. All right, so Christmas in my 52-week challenge, I'll be doing 30 this pay. For Asher and Santana, their kind of standard figure right now is $10. And then Payment Shock, which is a NACA thing, will get $200. I think we only needed to save $145, but we wanted to see if we could save more to see if we could afford a higher payment than what we are expecting to get with NACA. So let's add that up together. And again, I apologize for any glare because I'm recording with my cell phone, and of course, in order to hold the cell phone, the little thing is like literally across the screen, so I can't see what's happening in the middle of my screen. I hope you guys can see. All right, so $250. All right, so we're doing $250 for savings. All right, so then let's come back to what we had here, and I'm going to budget a little bit backwards. So we're going to start here, subtract out these to see what we have left. From there, I'll divvy this out, if that makes sense, okay? So we have left from here 1912.52 minus the 105 for sinking funds minus the 250 for savings. And typically Asher and Santana's envelopes go up here with sinking funds, but again, like I don't have enough room for that, so I decided to put them down here for savings. That's really what it is. I'm just kind of saving for I don't know yet. All right, so all right, so then we have 1557.52. And I think we're gonna do, so of course gas and groceries have gone up. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I don't even know if you could see my cash envelopes. Now, my cash envelopes are not actually cash envelopes. I have cash envelopes for these, but again, because of being in NACA, I'm not taking this money out of the bank. I just do spending trackers to see if we're going over budget or not, okay? All right, so for gas, since that's gone up, I'm gonna go ahead and give us $300 for 2 weeks. My partner drives 45 minutes to work across town, and he has an SUV, a full-size SUV, so gas costs a lot. And then I have a like crossover mid-size SUV. I don't drive that far, but I also, at least over the last couple months, because his schedule changes every 3 months, I've been running our kids around to like school and daycare and that kind of thing. So that's where I've been using a lot of gas. My actual commute to work is maybe 20 minutes, not too bad, and it's mostly freeway. But anyway, so I'm gonna do $300 for gas. So let's subtract that out, see what we got. 1257.52. All right, for groceries, because groceries have gone up, I'm gonna go ahead and allot us $400 for groceries. Okay, and then for eating out, I think I'm just gonna do, we've been doing $100, so that's what I'm gonna try to stick to. I have a really bad Starbucks habit, but that comes out of my spending, so I'm not gonna worry about that. And then for spending, I'm going to do, I have a sugaring appointment, I think, coming up. And so I think I'm going to do 300 for spending. 300. And that leaves 457.52. So that's quite a bit of money left over. I'd actually probably like to go ahead and save it. However, so we typically do like a capsule collection of clothes for our children. Meaning that, you know, they have a bunch of pieces that we'll buy at once that they all go together, and we do that each season. And so I usually allot a few $100s to do that. They're still pretty small, so their clothes are not super expensive, and we're not brand name people. So I think I'm going to leave the rest in household, and that's going to cover things for the house, and then also for clothing for the kids for spring, since we are going into spring. So that's why I'm going to leave that much in there. And then I think what will happen is if I have any money left over, that I'm going to roll it over into our savings account, because we are still actively trying to buy a house. So any extra funds I'm going to go ahead and put to the side, but we'll determine that later. So I think that should cover everything. So we're gonna go back through and add up all of this stuff to see if I have come to a zero-based budget, which is always my goal. All right, let's see. So 300 plus 400 plus 457.50. Such an odd number. I really should just round up our income figure and go from there, but whatever. And 300. All right, so that should be a total of 1557.52. For the cash envelope section. So we're going to take this 1912.52 minus 1557.52, and that's going to leave us with 355. All right, so amount left is 355. Then we're going to go back to the top to our sinking funds total, our sinking funds section. And so we started with 355 from the bottom, subtract out the 105 for sinking funds, so minus 105, which leaves us with 250. And then 250 minus the 250 in the savings category or section leaves us with 0. We're not paying anything extra to debt. And forgive me, I'm not 100% sure. There we go. Can't see what all you guys can see. So we're not going to pay anything extra to debt this time around. I have paid off both my credit cards, and he, I think, just owes like $60 on his, so he'll be paying that off out of his spending money, out of the spending money. So we should be good there. And I think eventually we'll start paying towards my personal loan and towards his car loan, but we just haven't done that yet. Right now, our sole focus is the house. Once we get the house, then we'll work on eliminating that debt. So that's that. And then this breakdown sheet gives a handy dandy little like summary of each of the sections on the sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. So we were doing 27, 37, 84, 825, 32, 15, 57, 52. Sinking funds was 105. Savings 250, and debts 0, right? All right, we'll do one more calculation just to be sure, and then that'll be that. Minus 825, 32, nope. Minus 1557.52, minus 105, minus 250 equals 0. All right, and we got to our zero-based budget, and then I hope to do a budget closeout. I've actually been pretty terrible about I'll start like the first week tracking our spending and then immediately get away from it, but that's okay. I'm going to try really hard to actually track our spending and then actually complete the budget at the end of the 2 weeks. So that is it, you guys, and I will see you in the cash stuffing video. Thanks for watching. Bye.